Okay, good morning. Morning, guys. Welcome back. We are back with another stream. Let's see what we have today. Okay, good morning. Okay, let's jump and see what we have today. Looks like AUDUSD has been consolidating for quite some time since yesterday. Let's take a look here. Lots of consolidation. So based on what I see that price created resistance here, and we have support here. So looks like we're gonna need to break above this. If we break above this, we might have a trade here. Gonna wait and see. Gonna wait for a breakout. Looks pretty good. Once we break, we can have a nice move to the upside. But to the downside, I don't see anything unless we break this support here. Take a look. It's on a 35 pip range. Needs to move pretty big to come there. EU has been the same, just consolidating this range. I'm gonna skip EU for now because I don't like it that much. GJ, lots of consolidation on GJ2. The thing about this is it's creating new zones, and it's been a bit hard to trade GJ. See, we've been rejecting this level a lot since yesterday, but we've also been rejecting this zone too, so it's been pretty messy. Gonna see what happens. Just gonna go through charts to see if we have any breakouts. EJ finally looks like it's gonna close below this. Yeah, looks like it closed below the support. If you look on the left, you see for which zone I'm talking about. Yeah, I think EJ sells are coming now, because remember yesterday that we talked about why these fake outs happened at the zone, just because all these candles rejected the support, then came for retest here, which resulted in a fake out. And you can see how it created support here. Also now this candle here closed below. We need a small pullback here, and I think I'm gonna take some sells on the retest. So let's take a look here. Let's see if it's gonna come. up to make the retest. Just needs to push higher. We need at least to come at 150 or a bit higher. So we're gonna have a nice entry. No need to rush things here. Just waiting. Okay, we have a chart here. Let's take a look. Okay, somebody's in UJ cells. Okay, so looks good. Looks good. UJ looks good. Let me see my chart. Can see clearly. UJ. Now, if you're in UJ cells, just know that you're at support now. Just know that you're support now, and this is not a good support to take a break and retest. Maybe this would be better, but just know that you're at support now and price can reject to go all the way up again. Just be careful. Let's see now on EJ. Needs to come a little higher, and let's see how many pips stop loss can we use here. Our entry should be around here at 150 and stop loss just above the previous breakout candle or wick here. That will mean around 7 pips stop loss. There's no need for more. So let's wait and see. I think EJ looks pretty good. Can have a nice drop all the way down here. Just hope that we get a retest before going, because you know what can happen. It can happen that price moves with no retest. High impact news on euro. Let's take a look. Yeah, in 50 minutes. Looks like there's a conference. 50 minutes. Yeah, we'll see. The thing about EJ is that if we take the retest here, the move should happen before the news, so it can be done. But looks like it's gonna go without us. Looks like this was the retest already. So I don't know, let's see. The thing is that I don't want the move to happen before taking the trade. See, it's already dropping. Because I was thinking about first take profit to fill this wick. Or this one here. Now price is already moving. 6 pips. Yeah, let's see. Looks like I'm gonna move this. We're gonna miss this. Gonna miss this move. Okay, no worries, we have plenty of other pairs coming up, so let's see. Looks like we have a small break and retest on GBP USD. Let's take a look here. Okay, so here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna take some buys on GBP USD. Gonna take some buys on GBP USD, and now I'm gonna explain to you why I took it. Oh, didn't even let me enter straight down. Let me see, so I couldn't enter what I wanted because price pushed lower. So my entry is at 1.24 220. Let's see. Okay, so I'm putting my stop just below this candle, which is 8 pips. Which is 8 pips, and let's see. So the reason is why I took this is because you can see all these rejections on the left. So it was a pretty strong support created or resistance here. Now these two candles, they both closed above this level. And now I think this should be the retest to continue up and fill this range to the upside. Also got rejected a few times from this support. And when we go on the 4-hour, we can see pretty much the same thing. You can see all these 4-hour candles all closing below this level. Now this candle closed above, and this should be the retest to continue up. Also we have a very strong support here, and let's see. Stop loss is just below this, because once price goes below this previous candle, then there is a high chance that price is going to continue down. But as it stands now, price should continue up. Let's wait and see what happens. It pushed a bit lower, but let's see. It's not a big stop loss, only 8 pips, so no need to worry. We'll have to see what happens. You take a look how many pips. Yeah. The breakout is not that strong. It's a weak breakout. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use less risk than usual. I'm gonna use less risk, let's say half risk that I usually use, because we have a small breakout, a weak breakout. So better to use less risk. Price ideally should stay above this level, because once it goes below this, then that's not a good sign. Synoptic Trader, hello. Hello to you. Okay, let's take a look at the chart. Okay, so Mahendra, the thing in this setup that you took is that you're waiting for is you should have entered here, because you have the break and the retest here. You have the breakout, you have the retest. This should have been the entry, and you would already be done right now with 20 pips, and price can still continue to the downside. I think you're a bit late with the entry here. Should have entered before. Let's see. This is a pretty big drop on GU. Let's see. Let's wait and see. Let's wait and see. Like I said, if it goes below this, there's high chance that it comes down. But see, we have some kind of minor zone here. But the drop was pretty big. I don't really have too many hopes for this setup. But who knows? It's a small range, not even 10 pips, so can still go up maybe before the close. It's been only 20 minutes, so gonna have to wait and see. Are you in GJ buys? Why would I be in GJ buys? Yeah, I'm GU buys. Gonna have to be patient, wait and see. Do you recommend partial close when you draw down? Yeah, if you don't feel very comfortable, you can close partial before hitting your stop loss. Why not? You can lower your risk even more. You can lower risk even more if you don't feel comfortable. I used only half of my usual risk on this trade, like I said, because of the breakout was very weak, only 3-4 pips. So now that I'm in drawdown 4 pips, I'm 4 pips in drawdown now, I can close half here too and reduce my risk even more. So that's what you can do here. You can close half if you want and you reduce your risk even more. Or you can wait for price to come higher at break even, and if you don't feel comfortable, you can close at break even. That's all up to you. For me, I'm gonna close. I'm gonna use some. I'm gonna reduce the risk a bit, half what I have. So whatever happens, happens. We'll see. Because if it comes all the way up again, then it's gonna be a pretty big push to the upside. But I'm just gonna lower my risk even more now, since it made this big drop. So I'm gonna have to wait and see. At your trade GU, isn't better to keep stop loss below the wick at the left side? I think we have a lot of wicks on the left, so I don't know which one you're referring to. Like I said, once it goes below this, then there's no need to hold this trade no more. Once it goes below, my stop loss is at 140 here, just below this. So for the remaining positions that I have, use pretty small risk here. Sorry about that. Yeah, we'll see. The only thing that I'm not using a bigger stop loss is that I don't need it to, because once price goes below this, I don't expect it to come all the way up, because the setup is not valid anymore. It should respect this structure right now. Should respect this minor zone here. It should have respected also this support, but came all the way down. The thing is that the candle is still open, so it might make these big moves and still continue up. But still, you don't know. So like I said, if it stays above this still, then it's a good sign. But once it goes below and below this wick that I'm referring to, then there's no need to hold, because next target should be the next support. So no need to use a bigger stop loss. AUDUSD got rejected too. Looks like USD got some strength. EJ dropped pretty nice, but we didn't get that retest. Yeah, I'm gonna take a loss here. Gonna take a loss on GU. There's no, it doesn't look good anymore. And GBP. Yeah, it's also Friday today, so Fridays are not the best. So yeah. Now, the only thing that can be good in this trade is if price rejects all the way up and closes around below above this level, maybe even bullish, then we can enter to push it for the next zone. But as it seems now, as it stands, it doesn't seem like it's gonna go up, so there's no need to wait for it. EJ was perfect, but man, didn't give us a proper retest. Even though it's not that made a big move, still not even 10 pips, but the setup was good. Would you trade this as a fake out? No, I don't think I would trade this as a fake out because we are at 4 hour support now on GU, and if price comes as a fake out on the 1 hour, it would be as a rejection on the 4 hour. So it would cause maybe another fake out to the upside. So I wouldn't take the fake out on the 1 hour. Now we need to wait for this support to break because price is pushing down. We'll see. Man, this was perfect. Euro NSD. Very nice setup here. Even though now that I look at it, the breakout was not good. Now maybe if this candle closes below like this, a small pullback and continuation to the downside would be pretty nice. But let's see. Euro New Zealand is pretty risky if we don't take the first retest. So let's see. Why are you justifying your loss? Because you have to justify your loss. You need to know why you took a loss. If you don't know why you took a loss, then that's too bad for you. And I know why I took a loss here. If you're new here, you need to watch my previous videos or streams to see where losses can happen, where it's most likely a fake out to happen, and all these other things. If you watch them, then you should know that when a weak breakout happens, there's high chances of a fake out. And if you heard me when I took the trade, I said that I'm using lower risk than usual. Just so you know. Okay, we have some chart here. Let's take a look. Euro USD. Sahaj, this looks pretty good. If we break below, could be a nice move to the downside. This could be a nice move to the downside. Let's see. Okay, King Explicit. You have a chart, let's take a look. Okay, GJ sells below 132.950. Okay, looks good. Need to take a look at my chart too, just to confirm it. Then let's see. Great channel. What do magic keys? Magic keys helps you to manage your trades. It's a great tool. I'm looking forward to get it too. It's just like an indicator that we, for example, on the simulator session, you've seen that we use a good indicator to close positions, enter, manage risk, and all this. This tool does the same thing, even better. Helps you manage trades, close trades faster. For me, for example, I enter a lot of positions, so it helps me to close them once at a time, just with one click. So I don't need to do it manually. What about the EuroCAD, please? Okay, let's take a look at EuroCAD. Let's clean this chart first. We go to 4 hour because 1 hour looks pretty messy. Well, the 4 hour resistance. Look, I would skip, to be honest, EuroCAD. I would skip EuroCAD because we are in between these two zones. We are in between these two zones, and if we take sales on the retest, it already happened. So the best would be to wait for a break below this. I think my mic is very good. Maybe you have a problem with yours because it's pretty good. A break below this or a break above this. Because right now looks like it's in between these two zones. I wouldn't take anything unless we break above or below. That's what I think. Okay, GU still at the support. Let's see if we break below this. We can see if it's gonna give us a trade there or not. Okay, EA still at this big consolidation box. It's crazy, it's been for days here. Maybe today at least we have a break below. Okay, now don't forget that we have Euro USD news coming. So we have to be careful. Let's see. Honestly, today is Friday, so I don't expect too much. Don't expect too much today. GCAD support looks like a great support here. I would say let's wait for a break 2 here. Okay, now when I look at GCAD, I see a perfect support here. And once we break this, I think there's clean traffic to continue all the way down. Just need a break below, and it doesn't seem that we have much traffic on the left. I think this is going to be very nice. Just have to wait for the breakout. Let's take a look if we have any other pairs. Okay, USD CAD. USD CAD can be very nice too. If we break above this resistance, wow, so many rejections. Euro, let's take a look. What sort is it? Euro USD? Okay, don't watch Forex Factory because Factory it's not showing the real news that's happening. Yeah, we talked about Euro USD. We need to break below this. We'll see. Look, it happened a lot of times. Forex Factory is not showing how the real news are they high impact or not. That's why I'm using now investing, because there are a lot of times where Forex Factory is saying that there's no high impact news, but there are. Morning, Joshua. Welcome. So what should we look? We should look for USD CAD buys, and we should look for GBP CAD sells if it does break below. So we have a few options. For the news, we should look at investing. Investing is way better for now, I think. Okay, the greedy trader. Let's take a look. GBP AUD. Yeah, be careful with Forex Factory. It's not being pretty good right now. It's been lying to us. Yeah, GA is pretty the same. We need to break the support, a retest, and continuation. I would rather take GCAD before GA. GA pretty volatile. I don't trust it that much, but we'll see. My FX book is also good. It beeps when there's high impact news coming. Oh, really? I didn't know that. Let's take a look at my FX book. Yeah, there are a lot of websites that show good. It's only Forex Factory has not been that good. So we skip that. Yeah, see, my FX book is saying that we have high impact news. Investing saying that we have high impact news. We have free bulls, that means high impact. Now we go to Forex Factory. There's no high impact news. This is bad. So we're gonna see. Yeah, so this is why we don't trust anymore Forex Factory, so no need to look at it. My FX book list looks the best. Pretty nice. LT, why don't you put the stream on low latency so there's not a 30-second delay? Yeah, I will do that the next time. I hear you. But I think it the quality maybe goes lower if I use low latency. The quality may be not as good as now. That's what I heard on YouTube. I don't know if that's true. Let's take a look at New Zealand US dollar. Where's New Zealand US dollar? Maybe we have a good setup there. Oh, looks like we're having a retest on New Zealand USD. Let me take a look at the 4-hour. Yeah, looks like New Zealand USD dollar should continue up too. Okay, so this is going to be my second trade. New Zealand dollar, US dollar. I'm going to take some buys on NSD USD. I don't know why sometimes I want to say something else, but I say the opposite. Yeah, the internet here is not that good. I can assure you that. Okay, so I took some buys on NSD USD. And let's take a look how many pips stop loss I'm going to use here. Okay, I'm going to use a 20 pip stop loss, and I'll tell you the reason why. Because it's going to be a good example. The reason I'm going to use a 20 pip stop loss is because once price, if it decides to go down, now this is a 4-hour and 1-hour break and retest, and you can see all the rejections on the left. A lot of rejections that assure us that this is a good setup and this is a good strong support to take it. Now we have the breakout above, we have the retest, and this should go bullish and continue up. Now if price decides to go down and goes all the way here and closes back in the range, now we can have the possibility of not losing this trade. Now if price comes and closes below the support, then it should make a retest to continue down, and when it makes that retest, we have the chance to get out at break even. Now it just gives us more room to manage the trade and give us more room to not take a loss unless it goes straight it pushes all the way down straight without making any retest. But usually what it does is if it breaks below support, it has to make a retest before continuation. If that's going to be a fake out, let's say, and it just gives us a chance to exit on the retest. So we're gonna have to wait and see what happens. It's good, but the only thing here is that it can come a bit lower. So I can expect this to come maybe around here, deeper to make that retest, and then continue up. But it should stay above this. It should stay above this level. Look at all these rejections. It's a very strong support. That's for sure. USD looking strong right now. Well, USD, if USD is strong, then it should close back below. It shouldn't have made a breakout. But if it closes below, then we have plenty of space to manage the trade, and look what we can do. It doesn't matter if it's a loss. The important thing is to know how to manage that loss, to know how can we minimize that loss. So I didn't enter my full size here because I think this should come a bit lower. Now we're gonna have to wait and see. Also, we have a 4-hour breakout, so this should be pretty good to continue out. We got rejected all the way from support first. This candle came all the way up, closed above all these candles on the left. Now it's making the retest. I think it should come a bit lower, then push higher. The retest can be a bit deeper than this. Then we'll see if we have a close below. That's when we think if we should exit or not. As it stands for now, there's still time. Actually, it's pretty close. It's 10 minutes left for the candle to close, so we're gonna have to wait and see. Did somebody speak? Because I thought I heard my name. Okay, yes, I'm in this trade. Yeah, I'm in buys. I'm in buys in the trade. Like I said, I entered buys, but I said it should come lower for a deeper retest to continue up. My entry is at 398, 400, somewhere there. Take a look. Yeah, 390. 390 is my entry. Now let's see. I think this can be good to come. This should be the next zone for New Zealand USD. Yeah, let's wait and see. As long as it stays above, it should be good. But the lowest it can come is 0.64300. The least it can come is at this point here, because you can see we have a few rejections here, created like a minor resistance, but the main resistance is this one, like I said before. Now the lowest can come is here, then go to the upside. But if this candle closes below this, then that's not a good thing. Of course it can still continue because we have a 4-hour break and retest too, so it can't just be a 4-hour deeper retest to continue up. See the 4-hour? Now 4-hour, you can see also on the 4-hour candles how they created this small minor zone here, but still the major zone is this. This is the major zone here. So I'm gonna wait and see. Now an indication that this might be fake out can be only if we go below this small minor zone that was created here. That's when I would say, okay, let's consider closing this or not. But before that, I wouldn't think to close. Good morning, good morning for those who are waking late. But no worries, you didn't miss anything big. We took a small loss on GU, and now we're in this NU trade. Can you can you take a look at UJ? Okay, can take a look at UJ. Look, like I said on GU, you are rejecting from support here. There's no trade here for now unless we break below this. I don't think this would be enough as a support or resistance to take a trade on. So I would be careful here. I wouldn't take anything unless we break above this. I would wait for this level to break before taking anything. Do you ever do the break and retest on patterns such as triangles or wedges? Not usually, not maybe happens once in a while, but not every time. There, even if you trade patterns, you're gonna need to break a zone, right? Even if it, let's say if it's a flag pattern or something else, and that flag pattern, you're gonna have to break a trend line, let's say, but at the same time, it has to break also a zone. So if they match together, why not? Okay, let's take a look at NSD USD. Now, this 1 hour closed below this support that we wanted the trade to be, but it's still above this minor one. Now, a candle like this doesn't tell me it's not a very good thing because the 1 hour closed below. The thing is, on the 4 hour, it's still a retest. So this can still continue to the upside. Even that 1 hour close below. Now, your choices are this. You can exit on the retest here. Like I said, if it closes below, it's gonna make a retest, then continue down, let's say. So for me, I'm gonna exit at break even. The best would be okay, it's coming. So I'm gonna exit at the break even here. Can exit the break even. So 4 hour it's still open. It still can continue up. But here's what we're gonna do. If we want to take a trade here, because we still believe that it's gonna go up based on the 4 hour, what we can do here is to be more comfortable to wait for a big bullish candle to close like this above, or maybe if it would be above this previous candle here would be even better. But even if it would close just above this resistance again, then I would take the retest, because I would know that this was only a deeper retest on the 4 hour. But I would like a confirmation. So a confirmation would be this candle or the next candle to close above again. Then I would know that this was just a deeper retest for NSD USD. That's what I think to do here. So there's no point of holding with doubts this trade. USD CAD doing the retest. Okay, let's take a look USD CAD, where USD CAD is. USD CAD is doing a retest. There's no retest on USD CAD. You can't count this as support. You have to wait for the 4-hour to break. I've said yesterday too, we need the 4-hour breakout on USD CAD. We would be very comfortable when taking a trade if we break on the 4-hour, because 1 hour is pretty messy. You see, it's created this consolidation here, and we need to break above this. I know that we have a zone here, but the best would be if we close above all this consolidation. And that would be also for our breakout, which would make us way more comfortable taking the trade. Can we use fibs to know how deep it can go? You can use them, but I don't need them, and I don't use fibs because there's no need for me. I know how deep it can go just based on zones. If you use Fibonacci, they match with support and resistance, right? The levels of the Fibonacci. So I can see these levels without Fibonacci, and I know how deep it can go, and I know how far I can hold the trade before closing it, just like I explained NSD USD. I knew how far it can go, but I'm more comfortable exiting the trade right now at break even, and then wait for a better confirmation so I can enter buys again. Now somebody said about EJ coming for retest. Now EJ already made the move. I can't say that it made the whole move, because there's still room to come down another 10-11 pips. But I don't know, if this comes back up again, it might count it as a second retest maybe. So yeah, thing is, it already made the move. It would be pretty risky to take sells, because see, this candle already dropped once, now coming twice. Every time price comes for the second time, it's always more risky. Yeah, I closed NSDSD at break even. I was talking about it earlier. Yeah, and if this comes all the way up, it would be a big 4-hour candle rejection, so I wouldn't be comfortable taking EJ sells anymore. It's a second retest. Second retests are always more risky than the first retest, because the more price tries to break a zone, the riskier it gets. Try after try, and it's gonna break sometime. And the first one is always better, because you go with the momentum. The momentum is strong, and you just go with it, and you get a quick move. Let's say here, you see, it was a good breakout, made a small retest, but it was enough. It needed to come higher, which didn't happen, but still went all the way down with that momentum. Now waiting for the next candle to come, it's pretty risky. Second one. Let's look at the daily. Yeah, daily is somehow at the support, which would make a bit risky. Yeah, I don't know. I wouldn't take EJ. Since it's a second retest, I think it would be pretty risky, because it came all the way from down here, made this big rejection. I don't think would be very safe. Can you please increase the volume of your mic? And well, the mic is perfect, man. I've tested it. I can hear it from my phone pretty nice. So I don't think there's a problem with my mic. Okay, let's see. How many years do you trade? 4 years. I've been trading since 2016. Guys, the mic is perfect. It can't get any better. I've tested it. I have other devices. I heard it how it's perfect in one word. It doesn't need anything else. Maybe you guys have some kind of problems. EU retesting. For now, there's no trade, guys. You have to be patient. Uh, so this can be a good trade if we break below this and the retest. Then we can have a nice trade here. Just have to be patient. Okay. Which broker won't play with you? That I can call reliable. Any suggestions? Well, I use Pepperstone as my broker. I had no problem with them. I'm gonna get some links and put on the description for you guys if you wanna use my links, of course, for the brokers I suggest. But like I said, Pepperstone is for me for now one of the best. I've been using it for years now and never had a problem. I am from India. Very nice. Welcome. We have lots of new people today. Welcome to the channel. Before, I would suggest for you guys to watch some previous streams. The stream usually lasts at least 2 hours to 4 hours. 2 to 4 hours, depends from the day. Sometimes we have a lot of consolidations, so there's no trade, so we wait until we get a good trade. And like I said, you guys have to watch the previous streams. You have to watch the previous streams and see what we do here. Just you can learn some of the rules we have and what we look for, what we don't look for, just so you can be more, you can have more information. And then, of course, participate on these live streams. I think they're going to be helpful. I'm going to give you my best to help and give my reviews for your charts too and answer your questions. First timer, welcome, welcome. Yeah, we reached 200 people today. Very nice number. I'm great. If the channel is growing this fast, there is one thing that it's helping people. That's for sure. Morning, Jordan. Yeah. Oh my God, I missed GJ. What a nice trade this was. Yeah, maybe some other time. Looked like today we're gonna miss a lot of trades. Called GJ South, very nice. Do you believe that the longer consolidation, the bigger the breakout? Yeah, that can be true. I think the longer the consolidation, the bigger the move will be when it breaks. Because every time we have big consolidation, once it breaks, we have a pretty big move. First time here. How was your success this week? This week was pretty nice. I don't think we took a loss except today. On the previous days, we had a very big win rate this week. Are you in contact with trading with Monty? Yeah, I speak with him sometimes. He's a great guy. He is a great guy. Can you still consider EU is retesting? Let's take a look at EU. Okay. Only thing about EU is see break and retest here. I do. But I don't know. Take a look at the 4 hour. Okay, I'm gonna take some sells on Euro USD here now. Let's see, and I'm gonna start and I'm gonna explain why I took this. Just give me a second to enter the trade and then we'll talk about it. Because it's already moving. Okay, so based on the left, we can see a lot of rejections. You can see a lot of rejections here. We can see on the left a lot of rejection, which makes this zone pretty good to take the break and retest. Now this candle here closed below, this is the retest, and now price should continue and fill this range to the downside. Looks pretty good. There's not too much traffic. I think this is pretty good to continue. 10-20 pips would be pretty nice. Yeah, this should continue down now. Looks perfect. I sold 10 minutes ago. Very nice. Because I missed the perfect retest here. But still things should continue down. This can be the next take profit, filling this range to the downside. Let's wait and see. Stop loss is just above the breakout candle. It's only 10 pips stop loss, no need for more. Don't you think you are late already? It's not too late. It's only 1 pips late, so that's not very late. EJ dropped pretty nice. Looks like it was very nice for sells, but I didn't want to risk on the second retest, so it doesn't really matter. Yeah, so let's see. Is it a good entry for GU? We're having a lot of requests. No, it's not. GU didn't break still. On GU, I would recommend guys to wait for the 4-hour break. Wait for the 4-hour breakout on GU. The best would be wait for the 4-hour breakout. Also on USD CAT, wait for the 4-hour breakout, because once the 4-hour closes above, we're gonna have a nice push to the upside. That's for sure. Can I start trading at 16? Yeah, you can. But I don't know if you're allowed to open an account. Maybe you can use this on your advantage. You can start on a demo account. You can practice until time comes, and then you can be ready to trade. This is my first time coming to your channel. I'm from Somalia and glad to join this. I will do this every day, so be here when I do them. First time here also. Wish to have something good. Yeah, you guys missed a lot of good trades on the previous days, so next week we will see. Should be a nice week too. Yeah, I missed GJ move. It was very nice. But what can we do? We miss trade sometimes. Sell setup on CAD JPY. Okay, plenty requests about CAD JPY. Where's CAD JPY? Somebody asked if it's good to focus on one pair. Yes, it is. The best would be to focus on one pair and to master that pair. So you know everything it does, you know why it does, when it does that same move. It's very nice to find a good pair and to master it. GJ, for example. GJ, it's pretty good to focus only on GJ, and because it makes a lot of good moves. It gives you a lot of opportunities most of the time, so it can be good for focusing on one pair. Okay, we were looking for CAD JPY sells. Okay, CAD JPY finally looks like it's gonna break this consolidation box. Yeah, looks pretty good. Wait for a break. See, USD CAD and CAD JPY are doing the same move, just on different directions. Because sometimes they move in correlation. So if this breaks below a retest, we can see a nice move to the downside. And same on USD CAD. If it closes above, then a retest, we can have a very nice move to the upside. Yeah, I'm on EU sells, yes. Everything I take today, guys, is low risk. Low risk because I have plenty of wins during the week and it's Friday, so there's no need to risk your profits that you made the whole week on a Friday. Because we all know that Friday is a risky day to take trades. A lot of fake outs happens on Friday. You have to be careful. Now I made a better entry on Euro USD because I was a bit late earlier. Let's see how it goes. If we get faked out this one too, then the day should be done until New York session. And like I said, use small risk. It's Friday. How do we find a good pair for break and retest? Because GJ seems not to retest sometimes. Well, GJ gives retests most of the time, but of course there are times when it doesn't give a retest. Now, just because sometimes doesn't give a retest doesn't mean that it's not a good pair. But you know that we have a lot of pairs, so if GJ is not giving a retest, then you have plenty of other pairs. Because most of the pairs do the same thing, and most of the pairs the break and retest works on them. Your stop loss is too close. Okay, so the reason why I'm using my stop just above the breakout candle, why would I use my stop all the way up here? There's no need, because once price goes above this candle, then it's going to continue all the way up. So there's no need to risk more. My stop is always above the breakout candle. Now this can be 10 pips or 20 pips, it depends. What if Euro USD would be a fake out? If Euro USD would be a fake out, then nothing, it's a fake out. There can be a fake out, but we know how to manage fake outs. If this is a fake out, then I'm going to explain to you what we do on the fake outs. So there are some things that can happen here. first, we need to stay below this level. We need to stay below this level. If price, let's say, closes back in the range at this candle, next candle should make a small retest at our entry to continue up. And that would be fake out. If this candle closes back in the range, that would be a fake out. But as long as it stays below this, then there's no fake out. Yeah, exactly. Watch the 20 minutes before this, the stream, and you can see how we exited NSD USD. It was pretty much the same. We were in buys and the fake out happened on the 1 hour, a small fake out. Then you can see how we managed to close at break even to not take a loss. Now the same can happen here, but still there's time. Unless this candle pushes all the way up. No, the entries are already taken. The entry is already taken. It just the close is just another confirmation. Oh, I forgot that we had news on Euro USD. Yeah, maybe I shouldn't have taken this, but let's see. Black Bull, welcome, brother. Welcome to the stream. Nice to have you here. Okay, Black Bull Markets is another recommended broker. So check it out, guys. They offer some good services. Is gold long? I don't know. Gold is not for trading. I said before on my other streams, gold should be skipped for now. No need to trade gold. Also, if UJ drops a bit, I'm gonna exit the trade because I forgot that we had news and I don't know how that conference may have affected Euro. So once it comes a bit below here, I will exit the trade. I don't want to be in this trade anymore because I don't know how that conference would affect this. Yeah, guys, I don't look lower than 1 hour. Yeah, I'm gonna close Euro USD. 3 pips, 4 pips. Yeah, I'm gonna close. I don't want to trade anything right now. It doesn't seem safe. And I think we should wait for a very good setup right now, which can be CAD JPY or USD CAD. We need to wait for a break above below this. The reason I closed Euro USD is because I forgot that we had a high impact conference on Euro, and we don't know how that will impact Euro. So better to stay away from Euro for now. CAD JPY can be a very nice trade if it does break below. I'm gonna wait and see that. Let's say it's Friday, guys, so today better to do some back testing maybe. And yeah, let's answer some questions here. How to improve my entries on the retest? Can you use 5-minute candles to flip in our direction for confirms? You can do that, bro, but I don't do that. I stick to 1 hour and 4 hour. And wait for the perfect retest. You need patience. The reason why many people don't have good entries on the retest is because they don't wait. They enter early because they fear of missing out. What's the best strategy in trading? The best strategy in trading is the one that suits you, the one that works for you. So you need to find a strategy and back test it and see if it does work for you or not. What strategy are you using? My strategy is called break and retest. And it's pretty simple, but you need a lot of practice to make it work, to master it. It's pretty simple and very effective. Hi, I'm new. Welcome to the channel. All the new people that coming, welcome to the channel. Okay guys, so one more time I'm gonna say this. If you are new to the channel, I would say go back and watch the previous streams. Let's say yesterday's stream, the other days, all this week streams, because it's Friday and you have a lot of time. You have a lot of time to watch some previous webinars and gain some knowledge on them, because we took some really good trades this week and they can be a good example of how we trade. So spend some time watching the previous streams and you can see how we trade, what we take as confirmations, when we do not take a trade, and all these other things. That would be the best thing to do. Yeah, I take the trades after the breakout when the retest comes. Daniel saying, saw your IG and saw you're only just winning. First day here, just losses. I have to have very bad luck. but you can't have just winning days, so Monday is a new trading day. Keep up the great work. Yeah, Daniel, if you saw all the previous streams, they were all live here. We took a lot of trades, a lot of wins. Just on the last 2 days, we took around 6 trades and they were all wins. The only thing that today is Friday, so you happen to be on Friday, which is not a very good day to trade. And it's not that we took big losses here. It only took a loss on GU. It was only 8 pips, which was a very low risk trade. You can reward the stream and see. And this Euro USD, which was a 4 pip or 3 pip loss. So there's no need, guys, to take the trades I take immediately. You have to practice this first, not just go and copy my trades. You need more research on this before you take it. You need to watch the previous webinars to see how we do this. Not just that I'm in trade now and straight on this. You need some back testing on every way of trading, on every strategy that you want to use. You need some back testing. Don't just go and enter trades right away. There's no rush here. There is a lot of time. There is a lot of time, so no need to rush. Don't try to be rich on the first day here, because you're not going to get rich in one day. You need back testing. You need to see if it does work for you or if it doesn't work for you. So be careful, guys. Don't make these mistakes because they can cost you. Yeah, like I said, I've been trading since 2016, 4 years now. If you want to see exactly how I take trades on live on MetaTrader, let's say, you can watch the break and retest simulator session webinar that I did, and you have it on the channel, or just watch the previous streams. There's nothing more on it. You have plenty of webinars here, plenty of information that you can take, and you can do that pretty easily. If you're interested in learning, there's a lot of information you can take here that can help you in your trading journey. GJ coming up for an opportunity. GJ, well, let's see. You see, guys, Euro USD is ending up in a fake out. See how important it was to exit while it was still there? You see, the reason why I exited straight, because I saw that it's not safe, because we had news and you don't know what impact that news may have on euro unless you watch the conference and listen to what that guy had to say. But you need to watch all other things and to put them in the chart. If there's news, you stay away from that, because you don't know what the result's going to be from the news. So exactly here, I didn't know what was talked on the conference, so I said, okay, better stay away from this, because we don't know if this is going to result in a fake out after that conference. So we exit the trade, and you see, if we would stay in this trade, we'd lose way more than we lost. We only lost 3-4 pips, so that's nothing compared on this. Yeah, look at NSDUSD now. Yeah, just like I expected. Just like I expected. So I'm gonna have a nice trade here on NSDUSD if it does what we were expecting to. Yeah, of course. I said that the move can still happen here on the 4-hour. It was just a deeper retest for the 4-hour to continue up. But this candle made me a bit uncomfortable, so I said, okay, I'm gonna wait for a better confirmation. Now this candle will be my better confirmation. Now once it closes like this, I'm gonna wait for a pullback to enter buys to the upside. Okay, Ibiza FX is still on buys. Okay, great. If you held this, great, because it's gonna go a lot more. Just need this candle to close. Once it does close, go and wait for a small pullback here, and it should continue up. Yeah, I did. I said, guys, I exit at the break even. I didn't want to hold because this candle made me uncomfortable. So I said, I'm gonna wait for next candle to come up and close like this, just as it happening. Just go back on the stream a bit and see what I said about NSDUSD. It was a 4-hour break and retest too, so it made a lot of sense to continue up. Yeah, I see a lot of people held NSDUSD, so that's great. Now it's time to wait. We have another 10 minutes, and once we close like this, it's a great setup here. It's a great setup. Just small pullback, and we can continue all the way up to the next zone here. Yeah, also AUDUSD can do the same thing. Let's take a look. Perfect. We have also another trade on AUDUSD. Maybe I'll take AUDUSD better. We'll see. if we close above. Okay, Ibiza saying I held it just with 10 pips stop loss. It retraced about 7 pips and then retraced back. Yeah, nice one. No, I don't smoke. That's wrong. Mavelux. Yeah, great to hear that. Guys, this is a very good strategy to trade. It just takes time, of course, like everything else. Takes time to master it, takes time to do back testing, and if it does works for you, that's great. You can use it daily. All these pairs can do a lot of break and retest during the day, so you can have plenty of chances. I used to take 10 trades a day. That's how much the market was giving to me. But back in the day, I think it was wrong to take so many trades. Now I'm a lot more comfortable with 2-3 trades per day. Now let's see. I think we're gonna have some nice setups coming up. AUDUSD, New Zealand USD. Also EU can give the same thing. A lot of setups coming. CAD JPY can break below. We'll see. Can you take another look at GJ? Of course. Look, GJ now, the best setup on GJ was already done. See, the breakout and the retest happened here, but we missed this. Now we'll see if we break below this, we might have a nice move to the downside, but I would be way more comfortable on this level. The stronger the level is, the more comfortable you'll feel when you take the trade. So yeah, we reached a very nice number today, 300 people. That's great. Let's hope the same will be on Monday, because there's going to be some nice moves on Monday. Fresh week, start of the week. I think we'll have some great moves. Let's see. Yeah, looks like the next move on GJ can be 132.500 pretty easily if we break below this. It's been staying here for a while. Seems like it's found support here. So looks like for now, if AUD USD doesn't break, we're gonna take NSD USD. Once it closes like this, we need a small pullback and continuation to the upside. We have a clean traffic on the left. 15 pips can be nice, why not? What time do you start trading? Same time as today. Can you take a look at UJ? Yeah, we can. Of course we can take a look at UJ. Wow, big drop on UJ. Yeah, so here's the thing about UJ. UJ can do this. Now, looks like a very strong bearish candle, and looks like it's going to close below the support. Now, once closes below this should be the breakout candle. We need a small pullback or retest here and continuation, and we have pretty much a free traffic on the left here. If we manage to close like this, a retest and continuation can be pretty nice here. Let's wait and see. Looks like a nice setup. Yeah, so it didn't continue up. Looks pretty good. Need a retest here and continuation. Let's wait and see. Euro can continue up now, but I wouldn't be that sure on EU because there's a small resistance here on EU. I think should have made a better breakout to the upside of 10 pips maybe, because even if it does close like this, it's not going to be safe. Let's see, New Zealand USD, it's going to be my next trade. Just waiting. Let's see. Ivor, welcome to the channel. I would suggest you go watch the previous streams and you'll have an idea what we do here, so you can be ready for the next week. How many trades do you take in one session? Depends. From 1 to 3. Yesterday we took 3 trades. 3 trades, 3 wins. 2 days ago, 3 trades, 3 wins. 3 days ago, I think 2 wins. 4 days ago, another 2 wins. There were a lot of wins on previous days. Today, it was just a slow day. It's Friday, so it makes sense why. Did you buy NSDUSD? No. Martin, pay more attention. I said I'm gonna wait for the candle to close. New Zealand CAD, even better setup. Okay, let's take a look. Looks like AUDUSD is not gonna break, so okay, NSDUSD closed like we wanted. Now, if it comes a bit lower, I'm gonna take some buys. Okay, we need this candle to push lower, and then we can take some buys. Let's wait and see. Okay, so this is the last trade of the day. I'm gonna take buys here now. Low risk, guys, low risk, because it's Friday, so there's no need to risk that much. And I'm gonna explain this again. Let's take a look at this chart. NSD CAD. I think I'm gonna stay away from NSD CAD because it's still in that big consolidation. So I wouldn't risk on NSD CAD. Now let's see. New Zealand USD can come a bit lower to hit this wicks, and we'll see. Stop loss is, let's take a look. Stop loss, 6 pips stop loss. I think there's no need for a bigger stop loss, just below this previous candle. Now, I'm gonna explain to you this trade. First of all, we had the breakout here, and it was a 4-hour and a 1-hour breakout based on this support, on this resistance that was broken. Now, the retest candle came deeper, but we had this minor zone, which was a retest on the 4-hour, a deeper retest. Now, as a better confirmation, I said that we're going to wait for this candle to close above this range once again. And once it does, it's another confirmation for us. And I said going to wait for a small pullback and should continue to the upside. So this is also still a 4-hour break and retest, and I think it should continue to the next zone and fill this range. This is what I think. So guys, you don't have to take this trade. You can wait you can wait for this to see what happens. You have to do some back testing if it's good for you or not. and until you gain some confidence with it, then you can take them. So let's see. You can see that now it's making a retest of this once again, and I think it should continue to the upside after this. Okay, so we're gonna have patience here. 6 pip stop loss, 15 pip target. Let's wait. What about UJ? UJ, I don't know, man. I don't know about UJ. Let's take a look at the 4-hour. The thing is, 4-hour, look at all these candles all closing below this, above or below. These candles all closing below this, and now the 4-hour is still here. I would say I would skip UJ because it's still in this middle consolidation box, and I think would be pretty risky. I would skip this, to be honest. Wouldn't take it. Take a look at NSD USD. Okay, pretty big retrace here. Looks like we are full of fake outs today. Okay, I'm gonna take another entry here, guys. Gonna take another entry here because this is the best entry you can have here. This is where support is, so it should reject from now from this level. If it doesn't, then we have to take a loss, and I don't think there's a reason here why we should have a fake out. Just gonna accept this loss as a man. Told you to sell NSDUSD. Well, I don't know what you saw, but this is how I trade. So your way of trading maybe doesn't match with mine. So if you caught sells, good work. Okay, now my stop loss is a bit higher, below the previous wick here. So I have a total of 8 pip stop loss now. Okay, we have another chart here. Let's take a look. Let's take a look at this chart. CAD JPY. Okay, looks good. Let me see CAD JPY because I think it's a bit a weak breakout. Yeah, it's a weak breakout. It's only how many pips? 2.5 pips close below, so it's pretty risky. I think wait for the 4-hour. Did the 4-hour close? Not yet. Okay, wait for the 4-hour breakout. You can have a nice trade here on the 4-hour. The best would be to wait for the 4-hour. Let's wait for NSD USD now. Let's see what happens here. You take trades only 1-hour charts, yeah. 1-hour and 4-hour, no less, no higher, no less than 1 hour. But higher than a 1-hour, yes. Can you take a look at USD CAD? Okay, why not? Look, I said the same for USD CAD. We need a break above this 4-hour resistance. Unless we break above this, there's no trade here. Keep that in mind. We need this 4-hour or the next, I don't know which one it's going to be. We need a close above 1.36600. That's should be the price of the breakout. USD getting strength. Let's see. Looks like gonna have another fake out here. We shall wait and see. The pullback here was pretty big. It doesn't make sense, but let's see. Still have time. I mean, it's a pretty big support here. I don't know why price is just going through it like it's nothing, because it should get respected. Well, let's see. Anything can happen, and it's Friday today, so I can expect a higher percentage of fake outs than usual. Danielle Boros, welcome. Good morning. What do you think about USD CHF? USD CHF. Okay, let's take a look at USD CHF. Okay, I'm back. Had to answer a call. Okay, I'm not gonna look at charts first because I want to see what happens with NSD USD. Okay, so here's what I'm gonna do. If price comes below this, then I'll look to exit this trade because I don't like it anymore. And well, that would be around five pips stop, 5 pips loss. We need to make sure our losses are very small and our wins are big. Yeah, it seems a great trade, but today it's not working. It's Friday, I guess. Okay, let's see. Okay, let's check these other charts. Or no, somebody asked about Euro New Zealand. Euro New Zealand. Euro New Zealand at 4-hour support. Don't take anything. It's making a retest of this zone, but we are in between these two zones. Skip this. Skip EuroCAD. Somebody asks about USD CHF. Let me check. Pretty messy. Skip this too. Look, guys, if it's a messy chart, skip it because I don't see anything saved there. CAD JPY pretty strong, pushing down. Let's hope 4-hour doesn't go too far and give us a retest. So this is my trade for now, and let's see what happens with it. We need patience here. Benji, okay. Okay, you're asking what's my reason to buy. Okay, first thing is I don't see a reason why this should go down. First of all, based on my trading style. Okay, based on my trading style, I don't see why this should go down. But I'm gonna tell you my reasons, even though I explained them one time, but it doesn't matter. So we have this resistance, right? And we can go back and you can see how many times we got rejected from this. Now we had this breakout on the 1 hour and also on the 4 hour. So we have a double confirmation, 1 hour breakout, 4 hour breakout. Now it came for retest. This was the first one, it closed above, and this was the second one. Now this second candle closed below this, and that made me a bit uncomfortable holding this trade. So I said, okay, I'm going to wait for price to come up a bit and I'm going to close at break even, which I did. I closed at break even. And I said, I'm going to wait for the next candle to close above this level again as another confirmation. Because on the 4 hour, I knew that it's going to come deeper to make this retest of this zone, because this is where the 4 hour candles closed. Now, when this candle closed back above this range, I said I'm going to wait for a small pullback and price should continue to the upside. So if I would take sells here, that means I'm taking sells at support. And that means I'm hoping for this to break the zone. In your case, but in my case, I'm not hoping to break this because we already broke this support, this resistance. Now it's making the retest and it should continue up. I think there are more confirmations that this should go up than this should go down. That's my opinion. So if you would like to think about sells here, I think you need to wait for this to break. I think you need price to come all the way back down, make a retest, and continue down. That's when I would think about sells here. But as long as it stays above this zone, there's no sells here for my opinion. But anyway, you have your own trading style, so if you know that your style works, you should stick to it. This is just my opinion on how I see the market, nothing else. You can still use your reasons to take sells. That's all good. Can you look at GU? Okay, let's take a look at GU. Okay, GU. Yeah, like I said before, we need a 4-hour breakout on GU on this zone. There's still time, so I think we're gonna have to wait for a while if we want to take a trade on GU. A lot of rejection. This is pretty big support for GU. It's gonna be hard a bit to break this. So we'll see. EuroCAD is pushing, same. GCAD also was a good setup, but still no breakout. You see, lots of rejections, no breakout yet. Because once it breaks this, you can have a nice trade here too. Now let's wait and see NSD what's gonna do. Once this candle goes bullish, there's no stopping for NSDUSD. That's all I'm waiting for. If this candle flips bullish, that will be perfect. Yeah guys, this is pretty good trading live and giving my opinion. I think I hope that this will be helpful for you, and no doubt it is, because we have plenty of people watching. I think they finding this as a good stream. So yeah, let's see. Thank you to you guys too for participating, because without you I wouldn't be doing this if we wouldn't have enough people. But the more people come, the more it motivates me to continue this. So we'll see. We just need this to push higher, and let's see. Still a lot of time. How to subscribe to this channel? That's a weird question. I think you just need to go to the channel and click subscribe. Maybe you need an account. So what about Euro USD? Somebody's asking about Euro USD. I said before, Euro USD is yeah, we'll see. We'll see if Friday if let's see if we're gonna make Friday maybe just answer questions and look at the market but not take any trades, because Friday tends to have a lot of fake outs. Euro USD needs to break above this if it does want to continue up. So let's see. We need to break above this. Nothing happening big there. Look guys, there's going to be wins and losses, of course. I'll never say to you guys that there's going to be only wins here, because that's not true and that's not reality. Your reality is that you're going to take wins and you can take losses, but the important thing is to keep losses small and keep wins big. That's the most important thing. And two, win more than lose. Because if you look at it, even if you have a 60% win rate, that means you're still winning, right? So even if you lose 4 trades out of 10, you're still going to be winning. The most important thing is using a good risk management. That's going to keep you in the market for a long term. But if you try to double your account in one trade, then this live stream is not for you. This is all about consistency, creating uh, a good strategy for yourself, and becoming consistent, gaining confidence in your strategy, all these things. Next week on the same time, London session every day. Yes, I am already in this trade on NSD/USD. Watch the stream a few minutes earlier and you'll see. What do magic keys do? It helps you manage your risk, manage your trades, and it's a very nice tool. Helps you close your positions faster with one click. It's a very good thing. I'm gonna do a review maybe next week. We'll see. It's a pretty good thing. You can connect it with your MetaTrader and it works perfectly. King Boss, what's your question? Okay, well, you're welcome. You're welcome. Let's see. Now we have a 20 pip range to fill, but I guess it's gonna take some time. Look, it's Friday. Uh, I'm not gonna expect a big move. So, do I need 2 screens for magic keys? No, you don't. You need only a computer. Let's see. Look, the fact that price is staying here means that it's Magic Keys link is in description. If you use a coupon of mine, you can get a discount 10%. So it's your choice to do whatever you want. Hello, how long have you been using this strategy? Pretty long, I think 2 years maybe. It's been 2 years since I've been using only break and retest, because I used it before, but I used to also use different strategies uh, along with it. But I saw that the other way of trading, other than break and retest, was just the win rate was lower than would be with break and retest. Then I only started to use break and retest, and the win rate was much better and higher. Do you also consider daily and weekly candles or fundamental? Yeah, I try to stay away from fundamentals because I don't say that I know a lot on fundamentals. Uh, in fact, I don't know a lot of fundamentals about fundamentals, so I try to stay away. There are other people that are more known about fundamentals, so I don't pretend to know. I focus basically on technicals. So yeah, also I consider daily and weekly. I consider if price reaches a daily resistance, let's say, and a break and retest having on the 1 hour. So it depends if in a good, if I'm on a strong resistance, I try to not take the setup on 1 hour because high time frame prevail. Yeah, some people are trolling here. How to like the stream? You kidding me? This strategy works on gold? Yes, it does. It works in all pairs, just you have to backtest it if you want to find out. Do some backtesting and you see if it does work or not. Do you always go with the trend? Not every time, but going with the trend is a lot better and easier to trade. Yeah, of course. Fundamentals are good to know, of course. If technicals and fundamentals match with each other, that's great. When did you become profitable? I became profitable 2 years ago. It took some time, of course. Everything takes time until you find what works for you. How was trading your first time on a live account? It was, I don't remember actually, but I think I traded oil the first time. It was a bad experience trading oil on the first time you start to trade. But I had no idea what I was doing. But it didn't take me too long to know what's happening on the market. It just took me a bit time to find my what works for me and find consistency in that way of trading. Do you trend stocks in these indexes? No, I don't. Only currencies. Okay, Adam is asking for a review on a chart. Let's take a look. Why not? Okay, this is DAX. Look, I can't say anything on this, man, because I don't trade indexes. I wouldn't say. I would say this would be a retest maybe, but you are getting rejected from another support, so it's too risky here. Maybe wait for a break of this. Below this, a retest and continuation, but I don't know if this works on indexes. I'm not sure, so I can say. You have to be careful. Yeah, let's see. What would you say your win rate is with break and retest? I would say it's at least 80% win rate. Sometimes higher, but I just know that uh, win rate is pretty big. There are times when it takes 2 weeks without taking a loss, so sometimes you take two losses in a row, but it's all good because it happens. But it doesn't really happen to end the week in loss. I mean, you can lose in a day or maybe the maximum 2 days in a row to lose, but not all the week because you have 5 days. If you lose 5 days, there's something wrong, and that doesn't really happen to me, and it didn't happen for a long time. Do you check currency strength matter? No, I don't actually. Not really. Sometimes maybe just for fun, but you don't base your trading on currency strength matter. That just tells you the actual strength of the pair. It doesn't tell you about future. You can take it maybe as a double confirmation, but it's it's not that you can use base your trade on. You also work 9 to 5? No, I don't. Only trading. I never worked about anyone. I had a family business, but I'm focused for 4 years only on trading. Yeah, yeah, it's about to adapt in different conditions of the market. Yeah, that's another skill you get by the time that you can trade on different situations. Whatever happens, you know what to do. And yeah, that's what I do basically. I mean, whatever happens, I have an idea what to do with that. If it if it happens a breakout, if it happens a fake out, everything happens, I have a plan for it, and that's important to have a plan what to do. If trade goes either way or on the opposite way. Yeah, only London for now. Doing two sessions would be pretty hard live. But on New York session, I'm with my group too, same as London. But on YouTube, only London session. And usually London has been pretty nice, better than New York session. Yeah, well, we'll see. New Zealand is in profit now, but taking too much time. Let's see. We'll plan another 20 pips. Can be good to push. Let's see. Yeah, we'll see. On the future, maybe I'll start to trade on a MetaTrader, just so you guys have even better experience here. We'll see. Do you trade New York session? Yes, I do with my group. How much do users per trade? I would suggest 1%, 1 2%, even less than 1%, 0.5% per trade. because if you're consistent making 1% per day, that's 5% per week and 25% per month. So it's 20% per month. So it's pretty good. Are people stupid to run from trading? You're meaning are people wrong to not to leave trading? I think trading is not for everyone, and if someone finds that he's not for trading, then he should just leave it because not it doesn't work for everyone. Just like we can't all be doctors or other professions, so maybe they find themselves on a better position on different profession. Do you trade Asian session? No, I don't. It's midnight here on Asian session, so I'm guessing your mentor is Ted? No, it's not. I don't have a mentor. But I've traded a lot with Ted and Rakil, so trading with them made me better too. My entry was poor. I'm still a couple of pips in red. You can be a couple of pips in red because this is a very small range. You see, this is a 4 pip range. I don't know where your entry can be. That it's worse than this. Maybe it can be all the way up here. I don't know. That still would be like 2 free pips in drawdown. I don't know. I don't know your entry, so I can't say. It's rejecting pretty nice. Now let's see. If this flips bullish, then that's gonna be great. We have a high possibility of continuation. We need at least 10 pips to make our GU loss back. Then we leave a runner. So this needs to flip bullish and push up to fill this wicks on the left, and we can take some profits there and leave some runners. Okay, Jay, I need advice from you as I'm a retired person. Nothing to do much before and want to open a 100 USD account. As demo trading is not giving me a real feeling, what lot I must trade in which session? Okay, first of all, I like a lot that you have maybe a passion about trading. That means a lot because if you have passion, you can really make this work, and I admire that. On $100 account, I would use a 0.01 lot size, not much than that, not higher than that. If you want to be long in this industry, use small risk. Let's say 1% of your account. That can be the highest. And now I don't know where you're from, but London and New York session are the best sessions to trade, I think. Even Asian, but I didn't find myself on Asian too. I don't see a lot of good moves on Asian, to be honest. Mostly it's consolidation, and it doesn't really move that much on Asian session. So London and New York session would be the best. How old are you? I'm 23. I'm gonna be 24 in 2 months. What about leverage? So about leverage, guys, I would say 1 to 100 would be the best because it protects you from using big risk also. I use a small leverage because it made me more disciplined. Yeah, let's see. This turned bullish. Now we should push up. Pretty good now. Finally, we have a move. Took too long. 45 minutes, and now in the last 15 minutes, it's starting to move. It happens a lot. Let's see, we need another push to the upside, and we get 10 pips. Now we have 5 pips profits. Nothing. Still need another 5. That would be filling this wick on the left here. Let's wait and see. Then we have a clean traffic to continue up and to fill this range, this whole range. Let's wait and see. But this is a good sign. This candle turned bullish. That's a great sign. Got rejected very nicely. Yeah, EU is also breaking up. We'll see. I'm not going to take a trade on EU anyway, even if it does close above. Yeah, I'm 24. Not even 24 yet. Still, there's a few weeks away from being 24. Are you living that fantasy Forex life? Well, the fantasy Forex life is different for everyone. So I don't know what you mean by that. Don't believe everything you see on the internet, because that's not the real life that people or traders do, because everyone has different views on life, how to spend the money you make, how to live it, how everything. So it's not the same. Somebody can decide to spend the money on supercars, on different things. Somebody decides to use that money for different reasons, maybe to buy property or invest in realtor. So it depends. How long do you stay in a trade usually? I stay in a trade until it makes my profit, until I'm done with it, it reaches my target. So that can come in 10 minutes or in 1 hour or in 2 hours, depends. there's no time limit for my trade. If a trade takes a lot of time to develop or to move, then I start to think to see candles if they're giving me a reason to close or not. If they're not giving me the reason, then why closing it? So I think there's no news right now, so we're good. If price comes back to my entry again, I think I'm gonna exit maybe, because we'll see if this will react as resistance, because we need to close above this, because it has created a small resistance here, a minor zone. Can you check NSD cat, please? NSD cat. NSD cat will have to break this big consolidation. We need to break above this and then see what happens. Nothing more there. What is your goal as Forex trader? My goal as Forex trader is to be consistent, to keep this consistency for a long time. Consistency is the most important thing, because whatever number is your balance, as long as you have consistency, you can make good money in the long term. So you just have to be patient, create a good way of trading, test it, create consistency, and keep that same strategy for a long time, and also update it in the long term, because you can always be better. See, would you quit trading one day when you are open for businesses? I don't think there's a better business than Forex, to be honest. I think no other business can give you the chance to trade 2 hours and be done for the rest of the day. But to be in that level, there's time, needs time. Okay, same question. How long have you been trading? 4 years, since 2016. Closing 30 pips on GJ. That's nice. Let's see. Like I said, guys, this candle needs to close above, because if this stays below, we might have a problem. And if this stays below, I might move my stop at break even here, because I don't want to risk holding this while we're at resistance. How many times have you blown your account? Who knows? It's been 4 years since I started, so on the beginning, I don't know how times I blow an account. Can't remember. But of course I blew some accounts, like everybody else on the beginning. According to you, how much time an average individual needs to be a good profitable trader? Oh, I don't know. It depends on people because some people catch things pretty fast. Some people needs more time. Uh, I think it needs time. I think it needs at least a year to find a good setup to back test it because you have to go through a whole year to really know what happens in the market. You have to go a full cycle of, and after you go for a full year and you see what happens on every month, because there are months that are slow, there are months that have higher volatility, then you can start. I think from 1 year, at least 1 year you need to be in the markets, and then after a year maybe you can be profitable. Who knows? You trade the same way in summertime. I trade the same way on all the time, on all months, all year. Look, if NSD/USD closes like this above, then that's great because next candle should push all the way up. And yeah, let's see. Once I have 10 pips, I'm gonna move my stop at break even. If it does close above, then I'll hold. But we'll see. Also, I'm gonna move my stop at break even if it does close like this because it looks pretty good to continue up. What's your view on AUD CAD? Man, I don't know why you trade these kind of pairs. You look at all these pairs we have here and still there are some new ones that people ask. I think you should focus on major pairs better because you have a better movement, a better spread on them to trade them, a more information, a lot of good things. How to control, how to not be greedy when trading. These things are all on you. You have to control yourself because I can say whatever you want to hear, but still not gonna help you. I think you need to be able to fix that with yourself. If you make $100, you look at your situation. If that's enough for you, then there's no need to ask for more. Like I said, consistency will be enough. Okay, NSD/USD, it's going pretty good. Yeah, it should continue to fly. Once it closes like this, next candle should fly up. It's almost 10 pips. Let's see, waiting. Needs to come here for 10 pips so we can close some profits. Yeah, needs to close above. That way I would be way more comfortable holding this. What times and days are these live streams? Every day on London session. Okay, very nice move. Let's see. Why don't you have that pure Indian accent? Because I'm not from India. I'm from Europe, Kosovo. Why are you think that I'm from India? Stefan, I said I'm not gonna trade Euro USD, but if you want, you can take it. Okay, perfect close. This is a perfect close, just like we wanted. Now we closed above this small resistance that was created. Maybe a small retrace here and a push to the upside. Needs to continue more. We have how many pips? 7 pips now. I think I'm gonna move my stop at break even now. Just to be sure, because if price now comes all the way down from here, that's a problem. But I don't think it's gonna come all the way down, because if that happens, another sign. Do you make more on a trade having a smaller stop loss? Well, it depends how far it can go, how far it goes. Adam, you have to watch previous streams because you're asking the same question. I said like 10 times until now. Of course, I wait for a break and a retest. Always wait for a breakout candle. If you lose money most times when I trade EU, just delete that pair from your list, because if it's causing you a lot of losses, then that means it's not working. Find a better pair. Let's see, we're almost there. 9 pips, 10 pips, almost there. Just need another push to the upside and we'll be done with this trade. How many pips a day is your daily target? I don't have a daily target with pips. My target is to have at least one trade, one win in a day. My target is to be profitable when the day ends. That's my target. Okay. Since I had an 8 pip loss on GBP USD, I'm gonna take some profits at 8 pips on NSD USD. So I can be on break even, and I'm also moving my stop at break even and leaving some runners. I mean, because I already moved my stop. I'm gonna leave some runners for more. So let's see. This can go a lot more, so just waiting. I think new NSD/USD already closed above these wicks, so I think it still should continue up. Maybe make a small pullback here, but still should push up, my opinion. Okay, we have a breakout on CAD JPY, this should be pretty good. We're gonna wait for a retest here and continuation to the downside. I think entry should be around here on the wicks in a 10 pip range, let's say, or 5 pips range, not 10. 10 is too much. From where candles are close, yeah, in a 5 pip range, I think entry should be here at 78.400, 430, somewhere there, and we can have a nice drop to the downside. We have clean traffic here. This can be a very nice trade. Okay, GJ. What's happening on GJ? GJ. Yeah, I see, but this is not a very good breakout, can say. It's only 5 pips, and chances of coming higher or high here. Yeah, this breakout is pretty small, you know. I would wait here for a retest at this zone on the 1 hour. This is what I would wait here. I think the best would be to wait for this zone to come for retest and continuation. Because see on the 1 hour, it's not exactly close below. So I think the best would be to wait for this zone to break. Because we have plenty of rejections. I think it's a good zone to take our trade. Euro USD looks pretty good, but I don't know. Wouldn't be that sure on EU. No, this can be a good trade, but I don't trust EU. I don't trust EU for now. So I would say wait for CAD JPY for a retest here and continuation to the downside. This big consolidation we have finally a breakout. Now once we make the retest, we can expect a very nice move. I can say maybe we have a breakout on USD CAD too. No, not yet. USD CAD rejected, so there's no trade on USD CAD. And GJ, as expected, it's coming higher. I think should test this broken support here, then continue down. Same question coming again. What time frame do you trade? Watch the previous webinars or streams. GJ at retest. I just said, look at this. Needs to come higher. Yeah. Let's take a look daily. Carlos is saying it's bouncing from daily. Yeah. We also are bouncing for daily. I think there's no trade for me on GJ today. I think I would skip it. It's Friday. Be aware. Let's see. NSDSD, as expected, made a small pullback. Should continue up now. Matter of time. If someone trades for 8 hours in a day, what would you think the outcome would be? That would be pretty crazy. 8 hours a day is too much. think that's too much, 8 hours a day. 8 hours a day trading would mean that you're gonna overtrade. Because in 8 hours, a lot of things can happen. You can have a lot of opportunities, but that would be overtrading. So I wouldn't recommend to do that, of course. Okay, let's see. New Zealand USD starting to push. Let's wait and see. Somebody talked, but couldn't hear that good. See, this has still potential to push up. Let's see. How many your session is live? This question needs more explanation. Do you only trade with London session? Same question again. You guys need more attention when I speak. I trade London and New York session. Live stream is only on London session. New York session is with my group. Euro New Zealand looks good for sells. Take a look. Euro New Zealand. 1 hour. Yeah, if it does close below, then it's good for sells. If it does close below this, then a retest and can easily continue to the downside. How many hours? I don't know. We've been here for 3 hours. There was pretty much consolidation today. Not too many trades. We had some trades here and there, but nothing big happened today. For most part, it was consolidation. Okay, guys, I think I'm gonna go now. There's no need to wait now for another hour because yeah, there's no need. As I said, these are the possibilities. First of all, we have CAD JPY. So when it comes for a retest, you can take the retest in a 5 pip range from where candles are closed on the 4 hour, which means here's my entry, would be my entry 78.400 430. That would be my first entry. And Euro NSD should close below this, a close below, a retest, and continuation to the downside. Now different, I don't think we have any other setups for now, so that's for today. New Zealand USD, I'm holding a runner with stops at break even, so it came 8 pips in profit, so that's good. 8 pips, we just made a loss back, so it doesn't really, there's not much movement today. Plenty of consolidation. I don't know if I'm gonna take any trades on New York session. We'll see, if only if we get a good trade like CAD JPY. If this comes, maybe I'll take this. So one more question: when withdrawing, what is the percentage amount you should? I think whatever you need, withdraw that much. Whatever amount that pays your bills, withdraw that much. You don't need more. Stop loss should be above the breakout candle here, which will be 10 pips, 15 pips maybe. No need for more. Yes, so I'm gonna have to go now, guys. And thank you for participating. Thank you all. I hope this was helpful for you. And if you found this helpful, leave a like, leave a subscribe, and we'll see you on Monday. Until then, have a nice day. Use good risk management and be careful. Today is Friday. Stay away. I think today is done. Not much movement can have unless that KJPY, but except for that, nothing much. Have a nice day. Thank you all. See you Monday. Don't forget, we start on the same time. Monday, London session. See you all.